today to sit there and see what we all have cooking. Grab a hold of that vine, swing right on in my kitchen, and let's get cooking. Good looking. Today, I'm going to sit there and show you how easy it is to can up the Holy Trinity. What? Now y'all may be asking me, what is the Holy Trinity? Y'all may also sit there and mistake it with a Mirepoix. Now that video I also have included at the end of this video because I do make Mirepoix up as much as I do my Holy Trinity. Now I just want to sit there and point out the differences between a Mirepoix and the Holy Trinity. Now there's a big difference between the two in the list of ingredients that are used. In a Holy Trinity, there is onion, celery, and peppers. Usually it's green peppers that are used, but I'm not a fan of green peppers, nor is my family. So instead of using the green peppers, I usually use the sweet red, yellow, and orange peppers in the place of the green peppers. Now, in a Mirepoix, you still would use the onion, the celery, but the difference is, instead of peppers, you would use carrots. So let's get on with canning that Holy Trinity all up. Wash your vegetables very good, and then you're going to want to make sure that they're all uniformly cut up in uniform size. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that, and also be sure to save all them scraps. They make excellent soup. Here my veggies all are chopped up. I have them all in uniform size, and that's what I want you to do. Now, let's go ahead and let's place them into our canning jars and get on with the canning session. I always save all my scraps. I put them in a Ziploc baggie, and I fill that Ziploc baggie up, and every time I do veggies, I keep putting all the scraps into my Ziploc baggie until I have a full baggie, and then I make one delicious stock pot full of vegetable stock. To the fun part, the canning. I have myself my canning jar, my canning funnel. I have a half cup measuring cup that I'm going to be measuring out my parts with. Now I'm going to sit there and need 1 part of the onion, 1 part of the celery, and 1 part of the peppers. So I'm going to go ahead and put each one of them into my canning jars right here. Now here I have a cup of boiling water. Let's go ahead, pour that into our canning jar. We're going to grab our debubbler and we're going to debubble it. Take your time when you're debubbling. We don't want any air bubbles trapped inside the jar. Now you may have to add a little bit more water after debubbling, and that's what I had to do here after I debubbled. Okay, I debubbled it and I need to add some more water, so let's go ahead, add more water. And of course, after the addition of adding water, we're going to have to sit there and re-debubble it because we may have trapped some air pockets inside, and we do not want any air pockets at all. Grab your paper towing that we have dipped into some vinegar. Now wipe that rim of that jar very well. We do not want any food particles coming between our canning lid and the rim of our canning jars. Now I'm going to place the canning lid onto my jar, and I'm going to finger tighten the canning ring on. us footage of the next steps, but it would be taking it over to our pressure canner and canning it up at 10 pounds of pressure for 45 minutes. And now let's can up some Mirepoix. Remember, Mirepoix, 2 parts onion, 1 part celery, and 1 part carrot. Okay, I'm going to be grabbing a half cup, and I'm going to be filling that up because why? Mirepoix is 2 parts onion. So I'm going to fill the half cup up all the way full, and we're going to sit there and deposit the half cup of onion into our canning jar, and then I'm going to sit there and use the half cup, but I'm only going to fill it up halfway full of our celery and our carrot. So here I am filling it only halfway full of our celery, and I'm going to do the same with the carrot. And here I'm doing only 1/4 of a cup of carrot. Just as we did with the Holy Trinity, you're going to have to add some boiling water. Now, after I add the boiling water to the Mirepoix, I'm going to grab the debubbler. We're going to sit there and go ahead and debubble. Make sure that you get all the air bubbles out. Now, you may have to add a little bit of water after debubbling. I'm going to grab my debubbler. I'm going to sit there and debubble the jar. Now I'm going to grab my paper towel that's dipped into some vinegar. We're going to wipe off the rim of our jar because we don't want any food residue coming between your canning lid and your canning jar. So now I'm going to grab my canning lid. We're going to place that onto our canning jar, and then we're going to want to finger tighten our canning rings onto our canning jars. Now I'm just going to be taking the Mirepoix and taking it over to my pressure canner along with all the Holy Trinity, and we're going to pressure can them at 10 pounds of pressure for 45 minutes. So I hope you liked the video of canning up a Holy Trinity and the Mirepoix. If you did, please give me a big old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you're not yet a subscriber. And as always, here's to happy canning, but better yet, happy eatins'. Y'all come back now. You hear?